Alright, so bear with me for this interactive assignment. It's raining outside, so I'm going to be trying to run in and out. I'm not getting too wet, but this first part, I'll probably have some pauses here and there as I move around a little bit, but just to show you what I've already prepared, I already have the bottle with hopefully these toothpicks will hold this up. I don't have a cork, so I'm just going to put the cap on it, hope for the best, and then this lovely thing is the rolled up baking soda. Before I do this, I guess I'm going to try to explain it first. So basically, the baking soda and the vinegar, when they mix, they're going to have a reaction to where the baking soda is going to react with the vinegar, and hydrogen ions will be released. So those will react with the sodium and bicarbonate ions in the baking soda, and the result will be carbonic acid and sodium acetate. So that's the first part. After this has taken place, there's another part of the reaction, so the second part where it starts to have decomposition. So when this happens, the carbonic acid is going to start releasing, as it breaks down, it's basically going to start releasing a buildup of CO2. And the CO2 that builds up inside the bottle is what's going to cause the large explosion. So watching the video, obviously that bottle shot like 50 feet. So as recommended, I'm going to try not to do this in my house. So like I said, I'm going to briefly pause this, try to set it up, and I'm going to try to shoot the camera outside while I video this. So let me pause this really quickly. Alright, so my goal is going to be trying to put the baking soda into the vinegar that I've already put in the water bottle. I'm going to try to sit out here on my porch, and hopefully we'll be able to see it as best I can. I'm just turning a laptop so we'll be able to make this work. So again, a quick pause, get it set. Alright, so here we're trying to roll it up like that family was able to. I'm going to stick this in here, put the cap on it, sit it out here, and we'll try to watch it. I don't know if you can see from your distance, it's building up as far as the bubbling is taking place. So the reaction has already happened where the baking soda and the vinegar is reacted to form carbonic acid. So the carbonic acid is breaking down to form CO2, so that's where the bubbles come in. I don't know, with putting the cap sealed on it instead of a cork, if it will still bust it off or not. I'd say at some point the reaction would reach a point where it would blow. I'm going to try to walk toward and see if I can unscrew it just a hair. Hopefully this doesn't bite me in the butt. Alright, so just when I picked it up, there's definitely a lot of pressure in there. You can't really squeeze the bottle. And here, I'll bring it closer. It is very pressured. You can probably see the bubbles on the top. So one of the things I know was mentioned was wanting to talk about the strength of the reaction. So the strength is evidenced obviously by how significant the explosion is at the end. So I don't know if it's ever going to go Anyway, in the example we watched with the family and the child doing theirs with the cork, depending on how much reacts between the baking soda and the vinegar will determine the amount of carbonic acid. So if you have a significant reaction taking place between the two of them and there's a lot of carbonic acid, then likewise there's going to be a high amount of carbonic acid that's going to produce a high amount of CO2. The more CO2 is pressurized in that water bottle, then the more significant or higher the strength of the reaction that's taking place. I'll let this record for another minute or two, see if anything happens. It is swelled pretty significantly. I don't know if the bottle will bust before it blows the cap off, but I'm not going to walk up to it anymore. Again, sorry for the rain and everything. I lied. I guess I am going to try to walk up and see if I need a distance in the cap. Oh! So it shot up on my house. So a lot of pressure on that one. I'm now covered in that. So obviously we're supposed to do that. But there it is, my interactive assignment. Until next time, thanks.